What he has to do, in my view, is go earn his stripes.
Do you feel, based on what you have just said as well, that we do not have a local coach that can fill the void
As head coach?
as head coach?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
For more than one reason. I'll be frank. I think that we need to put a coach who brings a brand,
Yes.
a brand that is internationally recognizable, and a brand which could open doors abroad, who could pick up the phone and say, listen, I would like to have a match with you, and the coach at the other end of the line would listen. Secondly, I think as well that we need a coach that the public will respect, and the players will respect, and the TTFF officialdom will respect. Yes?
Why is that last part important?
It is very important because these are the people who have to facilitate the man's work. Yes, they have to make it possible within our resources to give him the tools that he needs. And, you know, I mean, I'm saying what we know. Firing is better in the minds of many, many people across the board. And I also thought that we had problems with selection. I thought that there were players selected who should never have been selected. There were players left out who should have been in. And I think also in terms of the squad, and, you know, from match to match, certainly I queried the selection and even tactics. As chairman of the technical committee, I had more than one meeting with Russell and his staff.
What happened?
More than one. Well, my job and the job of the committee is to make points. The job of the coach is to do his thing. And ultimately, and I will always stand by this, it is the coach who makes the final decisions about who to select, what tactics to apply, and how to manage a match, how to manage a team.
So did he listen to you guys?
Frankly, I didn't think so. But a coach lives and dies by his decision to his bank account wherever he lives.
Sure.
So it may not be, in fact, be that much. But, you know, a foreign head coach would not come to Trinidad and Tobago for less than $25,000 a month.
And are you all proposing 2-year contract? What are the ideas? What are some of the ideas in terms of giving this coach?
Well, certainly it would have to be a contract at a minimum to take us up to 2014.
Okay.
The tournament of 2014, which is going to be there for, what is that, you know, a 3-year contract or whatever it is, right? It would make no sense to give, in my view anyway, to give a foreign coach a contract of a lesser duration.
Poor performance in the DCL qualification, I should say, that Russell Adapi would most likely not be reappointed.
Right.
So why the delay?
Right. Again, let me say, the reality is one thing, but then there's protocol to follow. The position has to be formally declared open. And then, of course, a formal decision has to be made again by the executive committee as to who will be put in place as the new head coach. The issue, again, is that the government of Trinidad and Tobago, the Ministry of Sport, all has to be set in place with them, because you do not want to bring someone into the position, be he foreign or local, and then have issues surrounding the payment of his salary. So that has to be clarified. Once we establish that, and hopefully this will be very soon, once we have done that, then it is quite easy, I personally think, to go ahead and decide on who we want to appoint.
By the
Well,
way,
the executive committee excuse me, comprises a number of people from across the country. From each one of the regional associations, you have a representative, and then you have other people as well. Of course, you have the general secretary, who is not elected. That is Richard Groden.
right.
He's not elected. This is an appointed position. But you know, it is a committee.
Is Oliver Camps part of that executive committee?
Of course, he's the
president.
The president. Right.
Is Austin Jack Warner part of that committee as well?
Well, he's officially the special advisor.
So is he part of that committee?
Not officially. There's no such post in the constitution of the TTFF, as there is no such post in any other constitution across the globe in the world of football. The constitutions of the national associations are modeled on the FIFA constitution, and there's no such post. But of course, we live in the real world. We know the role that he has played, and he will sit in on executive committee meetings.